Hello, my name is James MacDonald, and this is a video portion of my submission for Athabasca University's COMP 482 Assignment 3, where I am to develop a user interface and explain how it works. And let's get started. First, I want to go over the project scope and purpose of my design. My submission is the user interface for a platform called Program Portal. The purpose of Program Portal was to create a program that enables non-technical end users in a large accounting company to download and install the software they will need to perform their respective jobs with minimal IT staff support. The scope of the fully implemented Program Portal would require downloading a client to each employee workstation and a remote server housing an employee and software inventory database, along with installer files and platform management utilities. The scope of the Program Portal platform included with this assignment, though, is only the user interface portion, which just mimics installation of software and networking connectivity. The main task that is covered by this interface is to allow those end users to find, download, and install required work software as seamlessly as possible. Each of the features of the interface will be demonstrated as follows, as completely as possible, given that this is only the user interface portion. So let's get started. As described in Assignment 1 of my submission for this course, we're going to launch the application here, or the interface I should say here, with a shortcut. The shortcut file was not included with the files for this assignment because I have no idea what the evaluation environment is going to look like, but I did create a working shortcut here. So let's start it, and we'll see that we're mimicking the sign-in of an accountant named John Smith. Again, that's just a mimicking of the database connectivity features that we would be seeing in the full implementation of the platform. We've now got the program open here, and we can see the different categories of downloads available for employees to select from. And we see we're in the general office programs category, and we'll get to the other two in a little while. We see we've got a search feature here, and it functions within a category only, but it is working, and we'll see right here, we'll type in Adobe, and we see that we immediately filter out any entries that don't include those characters in this name, and likewise, we just type OFF, we get Office, just like that. Also, it should be noted that these items were retrieved from a text file, not a actual database connection, as described in the essay portion of this assignment. Lastly, what we're going to do here, or not lastly, but what we're going to do here next is just click on the Office entry to show that based on the text file read, again mimicking database connectivity, we see that the system is able to detect that no licenses are available for this program, and so installation is not an option. The install button is faded here. Going back, what we're going to do is we're now going to mimic, again, the installation of the Adobe Acrobat DC Standard application. So we'll click on the icon. We see that the install option is available because there are licenses. And to start the process, we would just hit install, like that. And we'll see the counter go up. Now notice we have a cancel button right here, so we can click on that. And if we want to cancel the installation, we can just hit yes. In this case, we're going to hit no, because there are other ways to cancel the program, as we'll see shortly. Cancel the installation of the program, as we'll see shortly. The first is by attempting to exit the program. We note that this can also cancel an installation. We're going to hit no here. And then we're going to click on another category that also cancels the current installation of a program if the user decides to proceed. So we're going to hit no here again. We're going to let this process finish. It should just take another moment or two. There we are. We get the notification that Adobe Acrobat DC Standard is now installed. We'll just hit OK. And then if we click away, click back, go back into Adobe Acrobat DC Standard, we see that the program is installed. The program does track installation of available programs. But let's go back to let's go to the accounting program section of the platform, and we'll do something that maybe mimics more a standard user's interaction. As described in the report portion of this assignment, there would likely be dozens of entries in this category in a real-world application, but there's only a few here for demonstration purposes. And what we'll do is we'll just mimic what a user might do to search, and that we'll start that with SMAR to get the Smart Billing entries present, and we'll just click on Smart Billing Pro 2021. Now we'll hit the install button, but this time what we are going to do is we are going to cancel. So cancel here, yes, and we see that the process is canceled, but we can start again simply by clicking this button right here. Similarly, if we go click to software updates, hit yes to go over there, but back to accounting programs, Smart Billing Pro 2021, we see that the process did in fact cancel. That is the major features of the application, and as I said, this is only mimicking the database connectivity that you'd be seeing in the full-featured version of the program. Now, in the process of developing this interface, there were a number of lower fidelity versions of it developed. Each one included the collected features that you saw here in isolation. This final version includes all of them put together so that they could all be integrated into one package. And that is what is included with the submission for this assignment, both in the video presentation, the report, and the program files that were included. Now, as for a brief overview of the technologies used to implement this interface, the program was constructed entirely in Java version 11.0.11 with the Java runtime environment version 18.9, and it makes extensive use of the Java Swing GUI library. I didn't use any extended libraries like JavaFX, and while the interface itself could be run fairly painlessly on a number of operating systems, all the testing was done in a Windows-based environment, as you can see here. This was done for a number of reasons. Java was used because Java code is more portable and it can be used than other programming languages. So the program portal interface, as I said, should be able to run on a number of different operating systems for evaluation purposes. Additionally, Java was one of the suggested tool sets in the course documentation of the project. No extended libraries were used, as I mentioned, because it would be very difficult to predict the resources available in the evaluation environment and how they would be configured. JavaFX, for example, requires that the library files be set up in specific folders, and they need to be pointed to within the Java program code itself, and I'd have no idea what that would look like in an evaluation environment. Lastly, a web-based interface constructed in HTML and JavaScript wasn't really an option because these tools are blocked from manipulating the local operating environment by design, preventing the end goal of seamless program installation, which is the whole point of Program Portal. The primary rationale guiding the development of the interface was to make the program installation process as simple as possible for non-technically minded users. making assistance by IT staff for program installation the exception rather than the rule. So this would help I'm hoping 90% of circumstances, programs would just be installed once they say installed and runnable. Once they're listed as installed within Program Portal, sometimes there will be exceptions like Adobe Acrobat DC Standard, which will require a user account sign in after installation is complete, and that can't be automated. But as I said, I'm hoping that in a real world, fully implemented version of Program Portal, software registration and installation would be done as one seamless task with no IT intervention required at all. And the only other circumstance where IT would intervene would be if there's some sort of error that requires their assistance to overcome. Lastly, the screenshots for I was to include screenshots with my submission for this application, but in this video we've basically seen every portion of the assignment there is to include: the install screen, the different categories, and the search feature in action. And that should be it. Oh, and those screenshots are included with the report portion of the assignment as well. That should be it. I hope this presentation was informative, and have a good day. Bye for now.